Oh,
Say
and
what's
we
up.
are live with it, boys. It's
Oh,
been
we live, baby.
another great week of NFL football. So, of course, y'all got to see our ugly mugs. Well, one of us for right now. Someone is out of cam, but to the audio listeners, the ugly motherfucker Kev. But as always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment what y'all thought on week 8. We're about to recap all this motherfucker. We live with it. I'm one half of the show, Paul Pickle Winham Contra. I'm always joined with.
Ah, you already know who it is. Everybody's favorite fucking ear. That boy can fuck them niggas, so boy.
Damn. That's how you really feel.
Oh, this is the
Big
nicest way I could
dominant
do it.
win.
Oh yeah, and fun fact, like niggas be like, yo, KK. Niggas be like, yo, KK, bro, why do you have a Bucks jersey? Bitch, come on now. Come on now.
No,
Had to pull out
former
the old little had to pull out the old little league jersey on their ass, man.
stomping
I'm
ground.
sorry. The last Bucks I seen that had a chance to beat us. The little league niggas. Sorry ass niggas.
I
What?
wish I could join you with the hype.
I wish you could too, because I definitely picked y'all. But week 8 was lit though. I will say that. So there was a few things I did not expect to motherfucking happen.
Yeah, no, there was a couple. This was the a week where I felt like Vegas had a nice little smile on their face, like the Ravens, eh? Like,
Ah,
like shit like that, where they're like, send, hey y'all didn't think Jaden Daniels was gonna play, did you, eh?
yep.
Shit like that was going on with a nice little smirk on their face. But I mean, overall, once again, the pod in the positive. We got what 11-4 by yours truly on the week. Kev going 10-5. So I get a nice win on the win column. I need those three wins to Kev's four with the one tie on the week. Kev knocking the ball out the park with what 2-0 on the locks here and hitting the dog with a perfect weekend. Falcons, Packers come through, moving you to 11-5 on the locks, and then your dog 5-3 on your dogs. Kev, don't look back. You're cooking. I had a double dip on the dog with the Eagles. I I was like, that's just staring us in the face. Like I'm not gonna pick anything else. Like that shit is just free money. Eagles came through for both of us. I moved to 2-6, back to back weeks with the dog for me. So don't look now. 2-6 this week, but and I'm gonna end the year in the positive. I'm gonna go on a run. I'm calling it.
I respect it. Ah man. I mean, congratulations. You won the week. But that shit was hurtful, kid. Like, you understand going into 425, knowing that we have one game that we haven't decided because we always hit on the night game. So if we only we didn't agree on one game, and the team I had was the motherfucking Seahawks. I'm like, yo, this is a gunfight. That boy Paul got the Bills. Out of all the teams I could have brought to the motherfucking gunfight, I brought the little knife we call the Seahawks. And I thought that shit was crazy, kid.
We can honestly start it there. I want to let's start with our differences because like those are the games where me and you both picked a different side. The Seahawks, I know you were regretting it, and honestly, I was sitting here whenever like the Bills were on like the track to winning. I was like, all right, what the fuck is Sunday night and Monday night game? Okay, 49ers being Cowboys. Yeah, he's not switching that pick. Steelers, yeah, he's not switching that pick. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, am I unless he wants to be on the wrong side of history, like dig himself deeper. He's not switching them two picks.
And the only reason why I took the pick, well, I didn't change the pick was because I told you I was changing the pick if DK didn't play, and I didn't see DK his name popping up on the fucking like fantasies and all the injuries and shit. So I was like, yeah, I should go change this pick. But I'm like, if I do that, then we're gonna end up being having all the same picks. So I'm like, nah, let me be different from bruh. And those were the bitch ass niggas I chose. I did not the Commanders. I
Could have,
chose bitch ass Bills. Shit is
yeah,
hurtful.
yeah. And Josh Allen and boys steamrolling 31-10. Seahawks. Geno Smith afterwards saying it felt like an away game. Just the 12th man, as they call it, up there in Seattle. Had Buffalo traveled. They did the whole flight. That's a long flight from Buffalo to Seattle. That's across the country, and
That is a long ass fight.
they
And,
infiltrated, took it over.
and I don't know how great a city. No shade to Seattle, but like I don't know if that's like a city that you automatically like. Let's go on vacation and we'll go watch the game too. Like you could go to LA. and like go chillax for a couple of days and then go watch a Lakers game. You could go to Miami, chillax for a couple of days, and go to a Dolphins game on Sunday. I don't know. Like if you go to Seattle, especially at this time of year, oh, you dedicated.
And James Cook was cooking over 100 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen throwing his first interception on the year, all the way to week 8. Look at him. Who would have thought?
Damn, bro. Us last year probably would have shitted our pants.
We wouldn't be able to comprehend. Honestly,
Facts.
it wasn't real when we first saw it, but like here we are. And Seattle still couldn't get it out the. They had no run game like to speak of. Bills defense came through. Uh, Geno Smith throwing the interception. Uh, the Bills just rolled in this game. This is one of the ass whoopings that, like, honestly, you could have turned away at halftime because there was no life in Seattle.
I'm sorry. We've said more than we needed to. I think I picked the Seahawks because they beat us last week, so I was probably high on the Seahawks at the time. But yeah, you probably won't be seeing no shit like that again.
And then the only other game we were different on was the Jags Packers game, where it was a dogfight. Packers getting to win 30-27. Jordan Love injured groin. We'll see what the severity of that is, but like I mean, fucking Malik Willis came in, did Malik Willis things. Like Matt LaFleur don't seem phased by it, and maybe even with Malik Willis, you're not going to get the guaranteed interception that you seem to get with Jordan. Jordan Love's leading the league for interceptions, and he missed a couple games. Like he's throwing them things.
That's actually crazy work.
Josh Jacobs having a field day. No one made it wasn't a lot of buzz about him coming in when he signed with the Packers. Everyone talking about Derrick Henry, who is balling, and some other free agents like Saquon going to Giants. But Josh Jacobs sneakily is like the fourth leading rusher in the NFL right now. 125 yards on the ground, 127. Apologize, 2 touchdowns, and they kind of leaned on him for this game. Uh, it was like what was in the third quarter, 3 point game, and then the Packers just kind of broke the Jaguars started making fucking mistakes, Trevor Lawrence, and Packers then took the lead and then looked back.
Yeah, I will say that. I think the Jaguars played a very up and down game. Like they start off losing what like 10-0, and then next thing you know they tie it up. It's 13-10, and I think they get the touchdown, so it's like 17-13. Like the Jaguars played a very up and down game. Like if the Jaguars can find just a happy median instead of having like these really down plays and just crazy high up plays, like they could just find a happy median and just rode that. They probably could have won this game.
Yeah, they had the chance, and it only hurts because like this was not supposed to be their season. Doug P's back. Like I'm surprised he's not out of there yet, to be honest. And
They fired quick.
Christian Kirk broken collarbone. He's gonna be done for the season. And Brian Thomas also getting injured this game. He's gonna miss a couple weeks. They just lost both of their fucking receivers. ETN's coming back, but yeah, this is not where you want to be for the Jaguars. Being a Jaguars fan right now.
Bro, that is hurtful because I almost traded Christian Kirk, but Jit started asking for too much, and I was like, and then I low key just beat him in fantasy this week. Like that would have been funny if he had played Christian Kirk that week, and I was that he was trying to give me Zay Flowers too. I think the original trade was like Zay Flowers and Christian Kirk for Zach Moss, and for Christian Kirk and Zach Moss, and I was like, ooh, I might take that.
So good
But
thing
Jit
you didn't
reneged.
because Zay Flowers is now also going to be. Panthers trading Deontay Johnson to the Ravens earlier today. So now the Ravens has added another pretty solid wide receiver. So now everyone's gonna get buried in the shuffle over there. I feel like.
Oh, hey, you know what niggas been screaming? They were like, hey man, the same way niggas vote early, we need to keep trading early. Trade early.
Trader. Now we can start from the top. Falcons start. We kind of started here. Now we're back. Falcons 31 to the Buccaneers 26. Kirk Cousins having himself a fucking field. I said it. I said they're gonna need Kirk. Kirk got that secondary's weak. 276, 4 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns against the Bucks alone this year.
I mean, see, Paul gonna throw the stats out because he likes to piss off the Bucks fans. You feel me? Like I just say fuck them. But this game was very close. I think it was the circumstances and how close the game was makes it seem a lot more closer than the game actually was for real. I think there were just miscues in the fourth quarter that kind of let them get this close, like the fumble that turned into a safety out the back of the end zone. You let Baker come all the way down. Hoku misses a field goal. Like I remember going into the third when the third quarter finished and we got that touchdown. I was like, that's what we needed. That 14 to be up by 14 going into the fourth because that gives us a chance to fuck this game up. And that's exactly what we did. We attempted to fuck this game up. Like Kirk had 224
Yeah,
in the
he
first
was
half. And I
cooking
think
early, and all of a sudden I was like,
mm-hmm.
bro, he might go for fucking 400, 500.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You said that in the chat, and I was gonna be like, he's on pace for 498, but I was like, nah, let me not say nothing. Job's not done, and that's exactly what the fuck he did. This nigga motherfucking unlocked him, and the offense was moving. We were eating up clock like a motherfucker as we should, but the Bucks defense low key was tightening up on the low.
Yeah,
But that shit was a fun game.
Alligator, and I mean you can blame on Kirk or Alligator. The fumble right there is just like the one thing you can't have happen. And just the ball like went 4 yards that way, and then someone kicked that bitch. I think in the shuffle of everything, that bitch went flying back towards the end zone, and then we got talking the Kyle Pitts touchdown that
They ain't see it. They
the
ain't see it.
angle that was provided, people don't understand it. That was just like a reporter recording off of something else. Like that wasn't an official NFL angle that now everyone's seeing on all social media platforms. Where it does look like the ball did kind of come out before the broken
Oh,
play.
bruh, motherfucking just simple. Like Pat McAfee and them boys broke it down. It broke it down like just simple like algebra,
Is
geometry,
it?
like simple physics shows you like his foot didn't cross the lane and the ball's behind him. Like there's no way. But I'm just looking like it's National Tight Ends Day, baby. Come
Y'all
on now.
scheming, y'all scheming. All right,
Come on now. It's National.
you got wait up. Bill Belichick, bro. He would have been happy. He would have like, yeah. He's got sometimes he got to do what he can do to win them. Ain't my fault they don't have the fucking pylon cam.
Fact. And you know what's crazy? Bill Belichick was screaming that like he said, I feel like there should be more camps. Like he said, I don't
He
because he
said
said
8 cams at least, like two, two, two. I was like, damn, all right, Bill.
because he's talking about how he was how the game they had a game in against I don't know who they were playing against, but Tom Brady threw an interception. They got by Champ Bailey. Champ Bailey intercepted Tom Brady and took it all the way back. But at the last second, somebody swiped that bitch out. But there were no cameras down there. They said the only camera they had was the camera that was following him from the interception out there because they said all the cameras were downfield. So there was no instant replay to show what the fuck happened. And Bill was sick. And the fact that he still remembers that play off the top of his head shows you like that
Here
shit
we
is
are
sick.
in 2024, and we had something similar happen. I mean, good for the Falcons. Good for our Falcons pick. Good for my Kirk Cousins backing our captain. Fucking salute to the captain. And it was just so nice to. I mean, like I said, they were bringing up the Dolphins. I don't care. That fucking ship has sailed. I'm here to bring people down to my misery. So I was happy to. Okay, Kev, I'm happy to sign up for this battle in the group chat.
Nah, and the funniest thing about it is that it was like it was so fun watching beefing going back and forth with the Bucks fans. Because I know we got to go on to the next game, but it was so fun going back and forth with these niggas because they're like at the game, so they're like 4 plays ahead of me. Like so, like they're calling certain shits, and I'm like, wait, like the Kyle Pitts shit. I was like, wait, what? They didn't call that a fumble?
Fantasy.
No, literally, like they're over here, like I'm over here watching the play happen in real time, and I go look down on my phone. 2 minutes ago, this man Kyle screaming that shit was a fumble. And then I'm like, and then by the time I go check to be like, damn, that shit was a fumble. Next thing that he was like, wait a minute. He's like, bro, the refs fucking hate us. And I was like, they couldn't. I'm over here lit, waiting for them to say some shit. I'm
You're
over here.
waiting for some good shit. Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm over here. Hey, but the thing that sealed the game was the injuries for sure. The injuries definitely was a factor, especially since we gave Baker back the ball with 5 points. Like young Cool missed it. We're gonna get into that. But the two plays that mattered to me was those red zone interceptions. I was like, when I saw those, that's when I was like, we're gonna win this game and we're gonna put everything we can. And I'm like, the second one with AJ Terrell, I was like, job's not done. Stay greedy. Since Bill Belichick was talking all that shit, talking about so he got 1,000 days without an interception and he got two in the last 3 games. Fuck you talking about nil. So it was a good game. I enjoyed every second of it. That shit should fuel my passion. It really goes. And what fucked me up the most was the last drive. One of our last drives. We go for it. We it gets 4th and 1. I'm like, fuck. They stopped us. I'm thinking we finna punt it. Ron brings out the fucking Ron brings out Kirk Cousins and them, and they try to get somebody to jump off side. So I'm like, damn. Okay, good play. I mean, ran off so far. All right, cool. And they bring Kirk back out. Then I'm like, no way, Young Ho Koo is right. Why are we not kicking this thing? Y'all really trying to give them the ball back? With only down 5, they could score a touchdown and win this bitch. And Kirk Cousins gets the quarterback sneak. And when I say that probably had been the sneakiest quarterback scene I've seen in a while because I didn't see that coming at all. I was like, out of all the shits,
got fucking Kyle Pitts in the one-on-one, Drake London. You got Algier, the big tank. You got fucking Bijan, the workhorse. Like, and then their old little Kirk O'Chain.
he's a sneaky one. So by them doing that, and then I loved it because it's like, okay, we just got a little closer. We burnt some more clock. And now instead of kicking a field goal with like 2 minutes and 50 something seconds, like again, we're kicking it in 1 minute and 6. Oh yeah, this is us. Next thing you know, Young Ho Cool lines up. Jit is like 10 for 11 for anything inside the 50. So I'm like automatic. This motherfucker winged this shit so right, Paul. I'm talking
That was
about
bad.
that bitch said, and I was like, this is what football is about right here. This right here shows what they got. Because I know that Buck Stadium went insane when he missed that. So I'm like, all right, this is up to y'all. Like, who's better? This is it right here. Who's better? This broken offense or the best secondary in the league?
Lee,
And
Pelka, best
we
secondary.
held we held it down. Shout out us. Fuck the Bucks. My new name for them is the fucking years. Anytime they talk to me, they gotta keep a broom on them because we swept they bitch asses.
And then onto my side, we had the Dolphins losing to the Cardinals. The ball up 10 in the fourth quarter. Everything going. Offense is moving. Yeah, Waddle's not having a big day for a lot of fantasy owners, but like Tyreek is getting involved. The run game, Mostert touchdowns, Achane 90 rushing yards. Like run game was doing its thing. And then Tua snap over the head. Safe, fucking not same thing, but safety. Two safeties in the same week. Both at 1 o'clock, and both in the fourth. Were both late in the game, and at that point, I felt like, okay, what the fuck? Because that is a problem I felt like we've been having with Tua was these safeties, and then all of a sudden we can't stop Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison and Kyler all like it's supposed to be weekend of Black Ops. Like Black Ops drops this weekend, and fucking I thought we were fucking safe. Nope, fucking Kyler back to back, not back to back, but like those are 300 yards. Second half just completely cooks us. Our offense can't get a fucking third down conversion to save our fucking life, and we fucking just let the Cardinals walk us down in to basically seal the game with the Chad Ryland walk off field goal. And as soon as they got the ball, I was like, yeah, we're done. Our defense has done nothing in the second half, and easy peasy, Kyler and the boys go down to get the necessary yardage to set up the field goal.
That shit was hurtful. I ain't even gonna lie to you, kid. I watched that game so sick. Like, god damn it. I knew the Dolphins was gonna burn me. They have it. If I picked against them, they were gonna burn me. If I picked them, they was gonna burn me. So I'm just over here feeling burnt right now, Paul.
I'm done with the season at this point. 2-5. Maybe we can hope for something. But yeah, no, I'm not hopeful no more.
Nah,
This was the
nigga,
week that broke me.
niggas gotta get their incentive. So like two is back, so niggas gonna start balling out. But Mike McDaniel's offenses are known for like falling off later in the season. So like that's why when like you guys don't have like a crazy strong start, I'd be like playoffs is gonna be tough because I feel like people just like get keyed because I don't the people just they just the defenses just start keying in with them and a lot of the defenses in your division are terrible.
Yeah, and they're a huge underthrow to Tyreek Hill. That was just like, yeah, this is what we call you noodle arm, boy. Like, what the fuck was that? I was so mad in this game. Point. Honestly, we are what the record shows. We're 2-6, or yeah, 2-6, or two. I don't give a fuck. We only got 2 wins on the year. Maybe 2-5, but we still have to play the Patriots. I mean, in the Jets. Those are basically what I'm seeing winnable games. That's the only optimism I got right now. But we can keep it pushing. Honestly, the
You,
Cardinals offense. I mean, our defense just let them do anything they want in the second half. Kyler, Marvin Harrison, James Conner, even rookie Trey Benson was getting involved in the run game. I was like, yeah, we're cooked on defense.
See, this game made me mad, not for the loss. Well, yeah, probably for the loss, but this game pissed me off because there was a point in time that I was my all my picks were up at 1 o'clock, and I thought that was so cool. Like they showed the board on Red Zone, and I'm like, okay, everybody's doing their fucking job right now. And the one game I wasn't worried about was the Dolphins and Cardinals. I was like,
Always
oh,
that one.
up 10. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm over here. I think I was more worried about the Packers and the Jaguars than I was that game. And look at me
Rightfully
now.
so. Rightfully so. Like that was more of a ball game than this was. And then all of a sudden, boom, safety happens. Switch flips.
Mm.
Uh
Jacoby Brissett with that last drive, and then I thought that shit was crazy disrespectful. That who was it? The way oh no, I'm thinking the wrong game.
Oh no, I was about to say we can move on because honestly, like we're being dead horse with that one. The fucking Patriots. This is the bigger game. Patriots getting the upset
Yes,
over the Jets. And they don't need Drake May for a full game. Drake May gets hurt
bro,
on the run. Here comes Jacoby Brissett.
the way Jacoby Brissett came down that motherfucking lane for that last big throw, and it was like a. I just thought it was disrespectful that you threw Kendrick Bourne at their best corner, Sauce Gardner, took the deep shot and got the PI. Like what?
Yeah, people are saying they're not calling him Sauce this year. That's his mama named him Ahmed. That's fucking Ahmed. Yeah, like I've been saying it for a while. I mean, I am also a little biased. I hate the Jets, but like Sauce is a hold merchant. He like motherfucker be physical, and he don't be getting called a lot. But like I feel like now that the Jets are off the spotlight and shit like that, they getting the calls that are there. And I mean, it's a bad loss. They fire the coach. They get Devontae Adams. They do everything, and they still losing. Greg the Leg is leading the league and missed field goals. For you know who
Oh
else
wow.
you know who they brought Greg the Leg, and they brought in a kicker named Andrew Siebert, the fucking kicker for this Washington that's been like 24 for 26 on the year, and ended up cutting Siebert to keep Greg the Leg. So this is like an even bigger the stat. Like this, it's just so many fuck ups along the board. Hassan Reddick finally getting his contract shit situated, but like it's too late. Like they're in the same boat as us, but like fucking losing to the Patriots, I was happy as fuck this happened. Patriots low key are in second place in our division, I believe, with this win.
I mean, they've been sneakily getting W's, but before Drake May left, I heard that Jet only had like 20 yards or something like that. They say he had more rushing yards than he had passing yards. What the fuck
It
was
just was
going
cutting
on?
him up. Like he only threw 6 passes before he got hurt. Yeah, it was only 20, but he was like 3 for 6, and the rushing was what was killing them boys. Was because like fucking was just I knew he was like a good athlete, like Mahomes type of runner, but like the fact that like he's been like consistently getting like 40 yards a game is kind of crazy to me. Unfortunately, though, it does come with side effects, and it does end up with you being injured on the sideline.
Yeah, these are some big boys hitting that boy.
Jets are disaster, but Jets fans are probably in the worst state than Miami fans right now because like I've seen all Jets media is fucking just done.
I mean, you go all in and you find out that you spent the wrong that you this is like the Jets are the equivalent of a company putting in all this money and putting all this money to put together a product and you didn't have proof of concept. Like you put in all this, like you went all in on Aaron Rodgers. You want to figure out, you know that he can take you to the promised land while you think your team is good right now, and you got rid of anything that could have stopped him. But you didn't have proof of concept that Aaron Rodgers could take you there. And now you look crazy.
And I just, my dad called me. He's not a Stephen A. fan, but he said, where Stephen A. said was some of the best thing I've heard. He goes, Stephen A. was saying something about, you know, about 3 years ago, we was up here saying, Matt LaFleur is telling Aaron Rodgers what to do, and Aaron Rodgers is like Matt LaFleur to shut the fuck up. All right, Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl winner, MVP winner, he knows what the fuck he's doing. It was like, fast forward, maybe Matt LaFleur should have been telling Aaron Rodgers to shut the fuck up and listen to what the fuck I'm saying.
Facts.
Because I mean, I can't say it was bad play. Like he played good, but I also see Jets fans saying like he did his. He goes up to the huddle after he breaks huddle. He goes up there, fucking. He sees the defense. He changes everything. Does this and they had to call like three. They wasted 3 timeouts throughout the game because he wasted the clock all the way down to 0. So like there is
But
all
I heard they
little.
ran out of I heard they ran out of timeouts in the first quarter.
Yeah, like and then Packers fans are chiming in like, "Welcome to the Aaron Rodgers experience." Like he does this, he did this with Mike McCarthy. He did this with Matt LaFleur, like this, and I was like, "Damn." When it's good, it's good, but when it's bad, people start fucking will say anything, will start saying everything that's bad. Next game though, and to quote the great poet Kirk Cousins, "Walk in your
Walk
trap,
your trap.
take over your trap." We
Now
had
you say
what do you say? I feel like a Falcons fan know it a little better than me.
he said we fight no cap. We walk in your trap. Take over your trap. Oh, he said one more thing before that. I forgot what it was.
But we had the Eagles going into Cincinnati 37-17. Absolutely. Me and you both all over this. Bengals defense can't stop nobody. And the
Facts.
the Eagles offense having the field day. Jalen Hurts, how many did he run in? He ran in like 3 fucking touchdowns. Because I played against him. Yeah, he ran in 3 fucking touchdowns, threw a touchdown.
Stealing from my dog Saquon.
Yeah,
Oh,
Saquon.
we grind, we smack, we fight, no cap. We walk in your trap, take over your trap.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Eagles did, running all over them. Jalen Hurts fucking running in himself. The tush push getting stopped and working, and then Joe Burrow throwing an interception that really was costly too. Like Bengals fans, they said that since that Super Bowl run, Zach Taylor is like 12-23 since then.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and I know there's been multiple injuries from here, this and that, but eventually, the leash only gets so much. The leash is only so long.
Dang, 12 for 23 is terrible. I would have never known that.
Yeah, that Super Bowl run though, like that's what he's holding on to. It's like how long can you hold on to that? Because like this is the healthy unit. This is because everyone was saying this is our window because once we got to pay T Higgins and Jamar Chase, we're not gonna be able to pay them both. Like so next year when T Higgins isn't on this team, you know what I mean? Like what's the case then? Like I don't know. Maybe they replace it, but they got rid of Tyler Boyd because they couldn't afford him. They gonna have to get rid of T Higgins in the offseason. The defense, y'all paid the guys y'all wanted, and this is the result that's coming. They're fucking getting ran over, thrown on, and the offense can't keep up with these fucking shootouts.
Facts, facts, and facts. Yeah, they got to figure something out because, like, we like to be on some, oh, Joe Burrow got this, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. But it's bigger than the Joe Burrow problem because they figured out the offensive line, don't let him get killed. They stop holding the ball like a motherfucker, but they don't have, well, they have the decent run game with Chase Brown. But like you said, that defense is not in their favor. So when they do make a mistake, it's a mistake. Like you can't just have blunders on the Bengals offense. And the Bengals offense makes blunders, and quite. They do it more than they need to. And the Eagles blocked in. I just wasn't expecting the Eagles defense to play as well as they did.
I was
They're
telling you,
low.
they're sneakily like a top 10 unit according to the metrics. And that's what showed to me. I was like, oh, this is what the numbers are saying. And then of course, the only reason I know these metrics is because I got Corey in my ear, fucking in the group chats, putting up all the anytime it's Eagles and something. So I mean, it showed. I mean, the Eagles. I know Washington's got the lead right now in that division, but like the Eagles are showing like they're gonna be a playoff team. Like they'll be there when the come playoff comes around. And Sirianni's no longer in the hot seat. Like that shit feels like so long ago now.
Facts. I mean, yeah, because the Cowboys and shit. So yeah, they do got a lot of motion right now.
Then we had the Lions absolutely killing the Titans 52-14. Derek Goff, everyone knows that he only threw 85 yards. He only threw 6 yards at halftime, which is even crazier. Putting up
Crazy.
2 points. Honestly, like everyone knows this was an absolute ass whooping. The point blank period, special team scored. Jamar Chase, fucking not Jamar Chase, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery. But I, I what's the 3 for, Kev?
52 points in the third quarter. I remember seeing 41 in the third, thinking, damn, that's a lot of points. Then they got to 49, and I was like, jeez, that's a lot of fucking points. And 52, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on in motherfucking Detroit right now?
We got a Hendon Hooker sighting too. He came out there and played.
Everybody was balling. I think it was funny that Sam Laporta had like 6 receptions. At one point, Sam Laporta had like 3 receptions for 13 yards and a touchdown. And I was like, I love the fact that I'm Sam Laporta and I'm the only person eating. I have Sam Laporta and Jameer Gibbs. So I'm like, oof, I'm the only nigga eating from this fucking offense right now.
Bro,
I think David Montgomery threw one.
he did. He did throw a touchdown.
That shit is crazy.
This is like back to back. They have multiple weeks where they just put the ass whooping on and they start calling fucking. I swear they're handing the playbook off. Like, hey, you want to call something? And they're like, yeah, I got. They let the fucking left tackle coach, whatever, the tackle to call fucking. Yeah, I got a fucking. I got a right guard that can run a mean slant. Let me put that motherfucker out at wide right now. Like they really be just cooking up some wild shit. It's fun to watch, but Kev, do you think this hurts my MVP case for Jared Goff? Like, hey, they
No,
didn't
not at all.
like I felt like it was like, hey, y'all beat a team by like this bad, and your quarterback only threw fucking 80 yards. Like, is he really the MVP?
I don't think they look at games like these like individually. I think they're very much suited. Like when you look back at the whole body of work, you're gonna look back at that 52-point game. You're gonna think like this man just does whatever he needs to do to win. Like when the Giants scored 52, he only threw for 85 yards because that they didn't need to. So that's why his numbers aren't crazy, astronomical. But he's definitely still a good MVP choice.
Then we got the upset. Almost, I think this is the upset of the week. The Browns
Yes.
beating the Baltimore Ravens 29-24. Jameis Winston, give me the star and roll and don't look back. Where we saw Joe Flacco do this last year. Here we are with Winston. The sample size is only getting bigger, and the sample
I
size is
can't
showing that Deshaun Watson fucking sucks at football.
I can't remember if did he have 287 or 334.
334 and three TDs with the LASIK eyes. People forget this is LASIK Winston. All right.
LASIK James. But Jameis Winston is just finding new ways for me to hate him because they shouldn't have won that game. That shit was hurtful. Especially with that last drive, because I'm like, yo, why the fuck is they open? Kyle Hamilton literally dropped the pick a couple plays before the game that they scored on. And I'm just looking like, why can't they just come down here and run down your team and score on y'all motherfuckers? And we're not even gonna talk about all the drops. I mean, there was a Zay Flowers drop, and Jit blamed the sun in his eyes, and I'm just looking at this shit like, no way, no way. Like there were just so many errors in this Ravens game, and I think this Browns defense is good. But the biggest thing that showed me is that if I need Lamar to throw the ball to win me a game, like I need him to make this one pass on third down, and we gonna make it. Can't do it.
I just don't know why they didn't run the ball. Like
Yeah, Derrick Henry
11
only had like 11
carries is
rushes.
crazy. 11 is crazy. Like the Browns, I know this was a ball game, but the Browns at least gave Nick Chubb 16 carries. And like first half, he was eating. Second half, he didn't get like no yards on any run, but they still gave him the fucking ball. I felt like they kind of got trigger happy. Like, yeah, MVP Lamar, like, yeah, we can throw the ball. But it's like, let's not forget, like, our bread and butter is also running the ball. Like, Derrick Henry, the stallion, was averaging like 7 yards a carry. Like he was very effective, and they just stopped doing it. And that was one of the weird things. And the fact that like it wasn't weird because I knew that Winston was going to come in and do good offensive things, but no interceptions is something to circle. And this is without Amari Cooper. Like this was Cedric Tillman, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. Like those are his top three receivers, and of course Njoku scored a touchdown and 8 as well. But like the off, like you would have think like yeah, they got rid of their best receiver. Of course, he maybe even Winston might look a little shaky. Nah, fucking no problem against a really good team on Baltimore.
Facts, facts. I mean, he played it. He played the game like you said. He made no mistakes, and he came in and showed like, "Yo, bro, I can play in this league." But I think he's gonna play like that every game. Fuck no. But I think Kyle Hamilton needs to hold on to that interception to spoil the party. Fuck yes. But for the
Yeah.
main part, shout out the Browns. They got the W, and now it looks like something's breathing a little life in them boys.
See, I hope they go on a win streak similar to the Flacco run. Make so then they're in the same situation next year. Like if the GM decides to start Watson over Winston, because even though Winston rattled off all these wins, it'll be some crazy shit. But that's in the future. Next game, Texans beating the Colts 23-20, Kev. This was one of my locks. It was a good ass game. It was shaky, came all the way down to the end. Honestly, the biggest story is the tap of the helmet. Anthony Richardson getting out of the game and that crucial third down, having Flacco go in because he was, quote, too tired after all that running and all that, which is, talk of
Bro,
the town. It's everywhere.
they were livid about that shit. They was like, this nigga just say he's too tired and tapped out to get a water break. And the worst part is, you know how they're gonna die, analyze your ass at the fucking press conference booth. So Jid is over here like laughing and joking, and like they're just sitting here thinking like, yo, he thinks this is a fucking game.
Bro, this is, and like the motherfucker only completed 10 passes. His completion percentage is like 222 out of 225 out of the last 20 years. He's in the likes of Jamarcus Russell and Tim Tebow. This is who he's in the likes with when it comes to completion percentage. The whole like Jonathan Taylor had 100 yards, and no one's gonna remember that, and a touchdown. Like the Colts offense was able to move because Jonathan Taylor was running the ball. Like Jonathan Taylor, phenomenal day. Colts offense,
Facts.
Texans offense struggled a little bit, but did enough. Stephon Diggs is out for the season, torn ACL. That doesn't help, but fucking, they found a way to get this win. Moving forward, the Colts have officially named Joe Flacco as the starter. So, like,
Smart. I think AR-12 was I was even like 4 for 11 going into the third quarter or in the third quarter. Like they and like there was a play where I can't remember who's the receiver, but he had threw a really nice catch. His receiver grabs it and then it gets stopped at the one, but we all started a touchdown. So Legit is in the cut like flying on them boys. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like if you because the entire first half I was watching this game and I said, yo, if they didn't play Anthony Richardson, they could have won this game. Low key.
100%. That's what every Colts fan is screaming right now because I mean they're not out of it. It's 4-4, so like the season's still alive. So them starting Flacco for the rest of the season or until he looks bad, I think was the best thing you can do with this organization. Then we had an ass whooping, Kev. Chargers beating the Saints 26-8. Run game getting involved. Justin Herbert, 279 and 2 touchdowns. Starting to look more like the Justin Herbert we knew. The Saints with Rattler is just a team you cannot bet on. The Saints look absolutely terrible on offense. And I just, we were talking about the Bengals, and the only thing that I could think about was the Chargers because like Herbert and Burrow, same draft, like they're kind of going to be talked about for the next few years. And there was like, who do you rather have? Could have Jay Herbo or Joe Burrow? Like that was a legitimate question on this podcast at one point. Like, and fast forward, no one thought no one thought anything of Justin Herbert this year. Like, yeah, he's gonna have a bad, no receivers, all that, like just everything down. Like Eckler's no longer there, new coach, like everything offensively is gonna be a complete. We like, I'd much rather be a Chargers fan right now, and like, yeah, we might win games ugly. We might win games where we're just running the ball. Herbert might throw 270 or he might throw 180. But like as a unit, this is a good team versus the Bengals, who we paid Jamar Chase so we could keep him around, and we got Joe Burrow, but like there ain't shit else going on. Like fucking, and it's like one took the team unit side of things, and one took like star power route. And I feel like this the result. Like I'd much rather be a Chargers fan because like who would have thought at the beginning of this year like this is the result and just one's a well coached team that isn't don't give a fuck but they're gonna win.
Yeah, and yeah, and then I think John Harbaugh's getting finding his lane and the stuff that they're able to do with his offense with the pieces they've been able to put together. You gotta respect the Chargers. But I just think love the fact that they just beat the fuck out of teams they're supposed to beat. I think that's a lost art in this game right now.
Putting away the teams that shouldn't be there with you.
Yeah, like they're not supposed to be here. You should let them know that.
Like this wasn't a ball game at all. Like yeah, they got the safety to start the game, but after that, like there was no point where like yeah, the Saints put up a good drive. Like no, the
Mm,
Chargers playing good ball. They're 4-3. Uh, don't look now like the Broncos are winning, Chargers are winning, Chiefs are winning, the Raiders aren't. But like that division might have a couple playoff teams.
AFC best.
Then we had the Seahawks. Oh, we already talked that one. The Commanders beating the Bears 18-15. Everyone's seen it. The Hail Mary. Also seen Tyree Stevenson hunting the crowd, talking his shit, and all of a sudden realizes the play's going on. He also is the one that tips the ball. Noah Brown catches it. Game over. Washington Commanders win this game. Absolutely wild finish. Um, once like as rookies battling out, that's how you want the fucking thing to go down. That's a crazy way. We'll always remember the first time those two played each other. If this, especially if the draft class pans out good, and unfortunately for Caleb Williams, no one's gonna remember the fact that he walked the Bears down, scored a touchdown with 30 seconds left when there has been no offense from either side all game, and
At all.
potentially just sealed the game. Everyone thought the Bears did that thing. Caleb Williams, first pick, yeah, did that thing. And then Jay Daniels, second pick, yeah, fucking right afterwards. And now, wow, what a ball game.
Yeah, I think that shit was crazy. I this week has taught me how often people practice the Hail Mary. Like that's something in the game plan that a lot of coaches go over every week. Because Bill Belichick talks about how Keyshawn Johnson would have been the guy in the back for them. And you gotta respect special teams. You gotta love it. You gotta be a fan of it because people are winning off of special teams. Ask the Lions. So so the fact that the Hail Mary isn't a special teams play, but me, that's like a fourth quarter. You gotta go deep in your shit. And I'm just like, the
It's
fact that
the
he did that,
an untypical play of the game. It's a specialist play, I would say.
facts. And then like the whole put together of the play is like you only rush three, so now Jaden Daniels has all the time in the world, and he takes the time to buy it. I wasn't expecting that him to go this way, then this way, then back this way, throws that bitch up, and Tyreek Stevenson, sorry isn't even alive, bats it up, and it goes in the Jits' hand, and you're watching that ball, you're just like, oh wait, that just happened. And then you didn't even see the Tyreek Stevenson shit until like I was on Twitter later, and I was like, no way, that's what the fuck happened that play.
Bro, that it didn't seem real when I saw that, and it was. I was like, wow, and I knew it was gonna be. As soon as I saw that clip picture, I was like, oh, this is gonna be everywhere. Because what the fuck
Nice,
are you doing?
you're fucking up bad. The fan got your ass too.
And again, Austin Siebert, 4 for 4 this game on his field goals, kicked the was killing it. And like, if the Jets would have kept him, who would have known? Maybe they're into winning. Maybe everyone's talking about, yeah, this Jets team's looking solid. But here he is making a name for himself on Washington with Dan Campbell and them boys, 6-2, first year head coach, rookie quarterback. There's 11 new starters on this team coming into the season, and like, fuck it, here them boys are. We said it in the pre, like it could be disastrous, or they could have something to build, or like who thinks maybe they could, there's all a whole bunch of new people and fucking this NFL football, baby.
This NFL kid.
Then we had ass whooping here. Broncos beating the Panthers. Bryce Young, the starter, due to the Andy Dalton car accident. Bryce Young stinking it up, throwing a couple interceptions. Pat Surtain, another Bama boy, getting at one of them interceptions. Uh, Bo Nix quietly, what he had 3 passing touchdowns and ran a touchdown, 284 passing yards, and yeah. Yeah, no one's talking about Bo Nix. I don't want to be here talking about it, but people are now making the case like maybe he should be in the rookie of the year conversation because Broncos are winning. He's leading. I think he's leading the rookies in touchdowns, like total touch, because he also has rushing, like his yard. Like he's being used in a lot of ways over there in Denver, and they are winning games.
I respect you. You should be in the conversation. I think you shouldn't be in a deep conversation. We should definitely be in a conversation.
Yeah, we'll see. We still have half a season to go, so we never know. Like we've seen Jay Daniels get banged up. Injuries always can play a part in that final tier as well. So, but Broncos as a unit, Sean Payne got them boys fucking cooking, and it's rare we ever see that a trade, not a trade, but like when two people part ways that like both sides are in the good. And like Russell Wilson found him home with the Steelers. We'll get into that later. And Sean Payne got his rookie quarterback for the future and a great defensive unit that he loves. And he's made home with the Denver Broncos. They're 5-3. Like, don't look now. Like, playoffs is a reality for this team.
Yeah, and their defense is playing so well that they can. Their offense just needs to limit mistakes, and we love those games.
And if, I honestly can say, I feel like every week they get a little bit better on offense, which is scary because it's like if they start playing their best ball late in the season with that defense, who knows?
I can respect it. But I ain't gonna lie. If you start off throwing 60 yards in a win, like I feel like you can. You only have to go up from there.
Hey, 284 this game. It is the Panthers, so
Hey,
we'll keep
this
that in
is
mind.
the dude. This is who had 287, 284. Because everybody was trying to put some respect on bro. Because like 284, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. You played well. Well, that's like what every quarterback is averaging right now.
Well, at least against the Panthers, yeah.
Mm,
Then we had the well, no, this was a ball game. I was about to say asshole. No, this is a ball game. Chiefs
tried.
beating the Raiders 27-20. Um, fucking Raiders are there. This was a ball game. Fucking Jacoby Myers was getting work. Alexander Madison was looking decent in the first half. The Chiefs definitely shut that shit down. Second half, Gardner Minshew. Second, like the whole second half was bad for them. Like they forced the interception from Mahomes. They go 4 and out on the goal line. That was like damn. And then all of a sudden, the Mahomes then gives you another shot to potentially come down, and then Gardner Minshew fumbles it, and then fucking Mahomes sets up for the to take the 10 point lead in the fourth quarter, and it was just like damn, like for everything y'all did good in the first half, y'all really just fucked it all up in the fourth quarter, Raiders way, and
The Raiders win.
fun fact, I heard this nugget. Andy Reid has more wins than any Raiders coach in the new Allegiant Stadium. He has six
Oh
wins
wow,
in the Allegiant Stadium after this weekend. Marks the most in that stadium.
that's actually insane.
That's owning your division rival.
Facts.
That and like beating, I think it was the Broncos they beat like 13 times in a row or some shit under Patrick Mahomes. So I was like, yeah, like this team just dominates their in division opponent. D Hop didn't get to see much of D Hop, but I mean, we did get the Travis Kelsey show. It was National Tight End Day. If you didn't
Yeah,
hear already,
I love that part of it because like D Hop, I already knew D was gonna get D Hop together, get in there early because Andy Reid likes his receivers to be confident. And D Hop is like such a good talent because everybody say he's great at playing the zone, playing in zone. But
yeah,
to see Travis Kelsey turn up, I love to see that. That was pretty cool.
and
All national tight end game.
Xavier Worthy getting another touchdown. He's not getting used a lot, but like they're finding ways to get him in the end zone, which means that like they like this kid.
Yeah, and then they just made that trade for the defensive player. So they're still trying to get better.
Undefeated going into this, which is crazy. Here we are, 8 weeks into it. Who's gonna knock off the Chiefs undefeated streak? Then we had the 49ers taking care of business 30-24, but in Kyle Shanahan fashion in this past year, he tried his best to give this game up to the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, what I can only imagine are a couple blown coverages, just completely wide open and scoring his touchdowns. Dak and them boys bring it in within a scoring within the fourth quarter, but not enough to beat this 49ers team at home. And overall, the George Kittle, he national fucking tight end day. Of course, he was gonna eat. Then Isaac Guerrero, whatever, the backup to Jordan Mason who came in, and once again another running back throw him in, they start eating. And that's exactly what happened. 49ers got the best running factory going, and it showed
Facts.
it. Dak throwing, of course, a couple of interceptions, Dak like, which only hurt the Cowboys, and they had to dig out of that hole. And the defense without Parsons is kind of just can't stop nothing.
Yeah, and there's no pass rush even a little bit. Like the plays that I seen where Brock Purdy was doing his thing, vibing, clean pocket all day. I didn't get to watch this game like that. I can't remember if I was sleeping or doing homework. But I was shocked at how there was points and times of this game where it was like 17-20 something. You're looking like, yo, the Cowboys about to come back. So the 49ers find a way to fuck this up.
Yeah, Shanahan almost gave it up, but I mean, Mike McCarthy, not known for them fourth quarter heroics. So luckily,
Yeah.
it was the opponent and not like a team that actually has a chance. Like Cowboys, I said it before, Vegas doesn't know what to do with them because it was only like a 4-point spread, and the 49ers just absolutely throttled them. It was just a couple of fuck ups in the fourth quarter that made this look like a ball game. But from quarter 1 to 3, this was the absolute throttling. And we had our final game, the Monday night, the final night. We're both on this. It went exactly how we kind of thought. Maybe a lot less penalties in our head, but Steelers getting dubbed 26-18. There was a total of like 3 or 4 touchdowns taken off the board. One was the Pickens not getting his foot in, but then like the other ones were all like penalties on holding the fucking. There's some illegal man downfield. Illegal shift was one of them. This which made this a field goal galore for the first half instead of touchdowns. And then in the second half, Russell Wilson and that fucking moon ball. I don't know what he went from throwing no moon balls in the first half. The second half, he threw like exclusively deep shots, and them bitches were hitting.
I'm gonna call him Russell 50-50 because when he gets in his bag with them 50-50 balls, he can make it happen.
One of them was the Calvin Austin touchdown. That bitch was on the. That was no. You called a 50-50 ball, but that bitch he put that bitch right over the top, and that bitch was like. I was like, that's a vintage Russell Wilson. That was like as if Tyler Lockett was the fucking receiver on that play because that shit was right in the breadbasket. No one in front of him. Walk in touchdown. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
That's
I mean, I don't just say 50-50 because like they're going up. I mean like it's 50-50 like you think what the fuck is Russ doing? What the fuck was oh shit. Okay, Russ. Like that's how like that's your mindset watching that ball in the air. Cause you're like, yo, bro, why the fuck is he throwing it so far? God damn it. Oh type shit.
and the I mean, we saw it in the first game with him, and I mean, it's sustainable. Second game, and the running game looks phenomenal with Russell Wilson back there. Like the ability to worry about the deep shot over the top has opened up the run game for Najee over 100 rushing yards, and Jaylen Warren, who I think also had like 50 scrimmage yards um, with the receiving and rushing. So, but the Giants, I can't say they play a bad game. Like they're like the defense played pretty well. Like they got a few sacks. They stopped. They just kind of broke down in the fourth quarter. It was a ball game. It was like 9-9 in the third quarter. Defense is playing as good as you can play, and the offense is not able to score points. I know both sides weren't able to get the touchdowns, but like the Giants, there was like fucking 5 plays in a row. Anytime the Giants did anything nice, it was an illegal flag. Something was getting thrown. It was getting called back. Like Tyrone Tracy's big run called back. Fucking Malik Neighbors big get called back. Malik Neighbors was dropping a few passes. Fucking it was like I couldn't put the blame on Daniel Jones because then like the extra point going for 2, the offensive lineman not blocking at all for the extra 2-point conversion, and they're just looking at the ball get thrown, and Highsmith is easily getting behind. And they're like, oh shit, this is a fucking play. I forgot. Like, I was just like, wow, this is the most giant shit ever. Like Tyrone Tracy, big touchdown, hype, fucking Giants back in this ball game. What the fuck was that 2-point conversion? The players weren't even set. Like it was, and Steelers defense, T.J. Watt, big game for that boy. I think he had like 2 sacks, forced fumble recovery.
Peace.
Yeah, big game for that boy, T.J.
That's the big motherfucker.
And Dexter Lawrence, they're saying he should be in the defensive MVP conversation because like he had a sack, he had a like it wasn't just the like sacks and the numbers, but it was like he made this play so like an interception could happen. It wasn't no interception, but like a fumble. Like he was doing the dirty work that set up the shit because he's getting like he's just blowing past everybody and they having to react.
I can't remember if it was the Giants that somebody was talking about, but they definitely said that he's the only reason. Like they've only got he does everything except pick the ball off, and the only play that they have an interception on is because he batted in there.
Yeah, like Dexter Lawrence is like entering that Aaron Donald round because like even when Aaron Donald's last few years, Dexter Lawrence on the metrics was the number one defensive tackle, but Aaron Donald had the name value, and then now like Aaron
On the
Donald
triple
left,
teams.
and Dexter Lawrence hasn't let up, and it's like damn, like that's the one thing Lonnie got going for him. But yeah, the Steelers on the other side, the Steelers are in a great spot. They're tied for the number one spot in the division, or they might actually be in first now with the yeah, hold up. They are yeah, no, they're first in the division because I forgot the Ravens lost. They didn't get the dub. So yeah, sitting right where you want to be. Offense looking decent. Justin Fields, Russell Wilson look like best friends on the sideline. No animosity there. Like everything looking good over there in fucking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they definitely got something figured out. They're working on that, and I like it. I thought Justin Fields playing Russell Wilson over Justin Fields was terrible, but I think they chose the perfect 2 games to bring Russell in this motherfucker so he can get comfortable in the offense and really like he's gonna be throwing these mean balls that you like to call. And he's gonna be comfortable. He's gonna I can see that if he needs to, he might get a little shifty with the feet. But Russ isn't looking terrible yet. Yet.
And they got to buy this next week too, so like another week for him to be in. Like, just Mike Tomlin's a mastermind. He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they definitely chose the best week to they chose a really good game plan to get him back in there.
But of course, we made it from the top to bottom. We recapped the full slate. Can't wait for the next week because I swear every week only gets better. More injuries, unfortunately, but it makes the games even harder to pick. We'll be back for another week. Of course, Thursday night football coming up. We got the Jets taking on the Texans, so don't miss that episode. I'm Paul Pickle Winner with Kevin, Waterboy Savoy. We recap week 8. Y'all didn't know? Now I know, motherfuckers.